welcome back to our podcast, Grim Reading Kings, where we talk about anything and everything spooky and strange. In this series, we discuss...
We're not in the series, this is a chatty
I was going
episode.
to say, in this chatty episode, we discuss deadly and poisonous plants.
Da, da, da.
So this is going to be pretty... Some of the things you're going to hear are like, how? Like, how does it... And also, the people who found it.
Yeah, how did they find out?
Yeah, so unlucky. There's some things that can look very similar to other things, but...
But then you think of that, it's probably like the same sort of thing of when they how do we know that we're allowed to eat broccoli?
Also, who ate it and was like, yummy?
Me.
No.
Allowed to eat broccoli.
Yeah.
Who's going to not allow you? I'm not allowed to
Not
eat
today.
broccoli.
So my name is Tom.
My name is Sammy.
And Tamsin.
Where we talk about anything and everything spooky and strange.
In this series, we discuss film curses,
Dark history.
Murder mystery.
local stories,
Chapoke.
Out right now.
That's how you kill someone.
I'm going to do a warning.
actual human skeletons.
Psychopathic tendencies.
The last thing to know is the actual injuries.
Right, let's go again. So my name is Tom.
Sorry, I was drinking that. My name is Sammy.
And Tamsin.
Our upload day for a podcast is every Monday, and if you want to watch us, we upload every episode to our YouTube channel every Friday.
Yay.
We also have a Patreon where we upload a full uncut and edited episode each week, also on Mondays. We have a Facebook group, just Grim Reading Kings, you'll see it, awaiting members.
Yeah, it's just me and Tom at the minute.
Don't even sound-
Even on.
I'm not even on it. I don't want to follow you guys.
I'm too cool for that.
Rich will probably be a follower before you.
Who does anything on Facebook?
Why?
I might get my mum.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
I don't get Facebook anymore.
Fair. Can you at least join our group?
Yes, I can join the group. Yes,
Thank
I
you.
will. I will.
Be one of our friends. But yeah, welcome back to another chatty episode. You sound like I was going to cry then. Yeah, and as Tom said, we're talking about deadly plants / poisonous pants.
Pants?
Plants.
It's poisonous pants.
Had some of those.
Yeah, who wants to start off with a plant?
I can serve.
I only really have one.
I was going to say, Tom made a little bit of a list, and then I'll just go with the flow. Wow. Okay.
Right, so plants have played a role in more than one of Earth's mass extinctions. The first was an ancient event known as the oxygen
What?
I was going to say catastrophe. Known as the oxygen catastrophe, 2.4 billion years ago. According to a paper published
When you were born.
Yeah, I wish. I was just staying there. According to a paper published in Nature Communications, the early ancestors of a planet filled the atmosphere with so much oxygen that quickly. The early ancestors of plants filled the atmosphere with so much oxygen so quickly that it left a thick band of rust in the planet's geological record.
What?
This created today's atmosphere, but it's also killed a lot of Earth's life at the time. And also what's where people don't know as well, that dinosaurs are older than trees.
Oh, my throat was even chopped by that. Did you hear that?
Yeah, but not all dinosaurs, but life
Some.
on Earth and early dinosaur life.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you see the diplodocus eating.
Yeah, have you seen them out the window?
Yeah, do what? They walk past every morning and have a nibble.
Right then, so
That'd be so cute.
It would be amazing.
I'd do anything for a diplodocus.
Yeah.
Sounds like a drink. A cocktail could handle a diplodocus right now.
Do you know what? I'd do anything for one of they.
Oh my god! I wonder if that's a diplodocus drink, like a glass, just like a real long neck. You fill it from the mouth and just like that's
It's
food.
probably like a what are these things called?
Gravy
Like,
boat,
to water plants.
water can. My fat ass just thinking the gravy. It's got to be gravy, not diplodocus. Gravy boat. That's a dinosaur gravy over here.
Be a gravy boat or like there has to be something like that.
Because they've got a cow one, haven't they, where it looks like it's being sick.
Yeah, but I've got my Henry VIII gravy boat.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
Anyway, that's not a plant. Anyway, this is the mankinil tree.
Ooh.
I hope that's how I'm pronouncing it. Or it could be manchineel. But anyway, the mankinil tree is found between Florida and Central America. It produces apples, which can kill you.
What?
Oh, yeah.
And also the entire tree is deadly, and if you get a single drop of sap in your eye, it will blind you, obviously.
Yeah.
But it can actually burn through your skin as well. The
Give you
entire
blisters
thing,
and
yeah.
stuff.
So they have
What?
on these trees, it doesn't stand out. It looks like a normal tree. So they've got to put plaques in these trees. But yeah, if you stand underneath it when it rains, all the sap and everything comes off you, and it can really hurt. It can burn your entire body.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But they're little apples. They look like that, and they're actually apparently really sweet to eat. But
I'm gonna
like,
eat one.
yeah, but not long after you'll start getting like really bad tummy cramps and like.
And then die.
Well, yeah, eventually die if you don't seek medical attention.
If it's sweet, it's sweet, guys.
That's it. It's
I'll
usually
enjoy it.
they're like big crab apples, aren't they? Almost.
Yeah, crab apple.
Crab apple.
Crab apple.
This is a really cool one. Just because it looks awesome. I hope Sammy can throw up a picture for.
Oh yeah, I'll be throwing up pictures of these things.
So.
Oh, sorry, for YouTube, not for
Yeah.
you guys on
Can't
podcast.
listen to
I was
pictures.
going to listen. Yeah, thanks for the
Just
fucking
imagine what they
clarification.
look like. Google it while you're listening.
So this next one's called Doll's Eyes.
Mm.
Doll's eyes are also found in North America, which seems to be the flow of this, but thankfully are pretty obvious to spot with bright red stem and white berries with purple pupils,
Blue
which
flower red
which if ingested can shut down your heart. So
Yeah, cardiac arrest.
What?
yeah, but it looks really awesome. They're like so it just looked like a
Really pretty.
it's like a
Like a doll's eye.
it is, but it also looks like a praying mantis eye almost. Like it's just
Yeah, like bulging eyes, basically. Yeah. But they look really cool and they're really pretty colour. Like the actual stalks
Ooh.
are really pretty.
Yeah. But like,
Mm.
I've really heard of them. I don't think I've
Very
actually
dangerous.
seen them. Wow, yeah, they are crazy.
this next one looks pretty cool as well. Will
Wheel.
rosary peas.
I can't remember which ones these are.
So, rosary peas are native to India but can be found in coastal regions around the world. Mainly like the Middle Earth.
Midlands.
Rosary peas are beans with a striking red colour. So, luckily, again, quite obvious. A single bean can kill a human by shutting down their organs. Seems to be like
They're
all
tiny
do
as
that.
well, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're literally really small. And like, how can something that small just like...
it's nuts.
Yeah, mad.
And this is why, like, so many people died back in the day because you could just poison someone's thing. There'd be no trace.
No.
It'd just be like, food, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just put this in my husband's food, a lot of it. And he didn't like it for some reason.
Yeah.
Still gonna do that
Yeah. Sent me to the Middle
now.
East.
You wait till you're a husband.
That's why I don't eat veg.
Yeah.
So, the stinging brush. Native to Australia, the stinging brush is part of the nettle family, but not to be confused with the stinging nettles we have in the UK. This is like the stinging nettle is nothing compared to this thing. If the nettles pierce your skin, you can have pain for over a year,
Oh my god.
and much worse than the stinging nettle as well. 'Cause I hate stinging nettle. I hate any of that.
stingnails.
Like, it just makes your fucking hand go horrible and shit.
Have you ever gone camping and gone to wee?
No.
I don't crouch,
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
Tall stinging
but
nettles.
it's all the way to the floor.
But actually, stinging nettles are meant to help. Like with hay fever and stuff.
Really? It's not
Like-
why we have nettle soup.
When
Yeah,
when,
people
when you're
do that.
going out and like walking about,
That's
you're
weird.
supposed to sting yourself with it every time.
Bollocks.
Every time you're walking.
Every time
Bollocks.
you're out and about, every time you see one, you're meant to sting yourself with it, and then they say sometimes it does become therapeutic. But you're supposed to because it's really good for you.
Oh, also,
Yes.
on a jump material, the thing is not a plant, but on the same level.
Wait, are we going off this one though? Because
Yeah,
there's
well-
another name for that, isn't there? It's like gamma.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go to there.
Okay.
But anyway, well, you can treat the only way to treat that really is with diluted hydrochloric acid.
Oh yeah.
So-
God.
Pretty intense. But I heard a story the other day. Some people in the Appalachian Mountains, like back in the mining days in 1900s, some blokes who couldn't get their knob up. The cure was you put a bunch of bees in a jar, drop your Johnson in there, and then sting it. But allegedly, the feeling's meant to be insane.
Go try it out.
So
let
I'm
us
yet
know.
to try it. One day I
Yeah,
will try this.
Wait,
But
bees?
bees,
Bees don't sting, do they?
yeah,
Bees sting?
If they feel like threatened.
I thought it was only wasps that sting.
Really?
I've never been stung by a bee. I've held
No, because
bees die when they sting.
yeah,
Oh,
if they lose
so
their
they
stinger, they die.
Oh,
And
I
they
honestly didn't know that.
that's because
It's lost in
if
my
bees
knowledge.
feel threatened,
Yeah.
that's when they'll sting.
Oh.
So like if you've got like like beehives, people
Yeah.
who give
Oh,
bee
yeah, I
suits and
guess.
stuff.
Yeah.
And the stinger on a bumblebee is massive.
Yeah.
I got stung in the
Yeah,
car once. It was like almost T-bone. I was trying to show off, and he was like bang, and then died.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like great.
I had one. I had a wasp, and he stung my wrist, and I had to pull him out and then pull the stinger out. I was on a bus stop in front of people, and I was like, oh my god, it's awful.
No, you put that back.
Toy.
Sorry, but that was toy in human history.
My sister got stung by a bumblebee once when she was younger on the lip.
Oh my god.
Yeah. She was playing in the garden and she like ran inside like, ah! And I looked down and there was a bumblebee on the floor. I was like, it was a bumblebee!
On the lip.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try and pronounce this next one. Seijo Sisad? It's like C-Y-C-A-D.
Seijo?
So interpret it any way you want. But ancestors of this plant were around 270 million years ago, even before the dinosaurs ruled the earth. Like lots of other plants, this one was very, very poisonous. Well, if it's eaten, obviously. And it's even likely to cause death. But I tried to look, because I thought there'd be loads of prehistoric plants that were like deadly as hell, because everything was at that time.
Yeah,
but there wasn't. I couldn't see anything on it, but that's about the only one I could find that was like around that era.
That's cool.
And then this one, again, if you have trypophobia, don't look at this one.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. So
it's the holes, isn't it?
I wasn't enjoying this when I was watching I was like, no.
I think so I used to work for like a dried flower factory, and they had those, they're like that, and then they've got the balls on top, but when the balls come out, they've just got the holes.
Yeah.
I imagine that's the sort of thing.
Yeah, you get them in dried flower arrangements or like in the scented bowls. Oh,
it doesn't get me, but then there'll be one thing that will get me, like holes in skin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you've popped something and then a hole is left in the skin, that I can't stand.
Do you know what took me by surprise once? It was when I was with you guys.
I remember this.
You know when you get a tree stump and they put copper coins in there? That made me turn.
I loved it. I was taking pictures and I turned around and you were like, oh no, I need to go.
I was like,
what is
guys,
happening?
Can we go please? Like honestly.
I hated it.
It's like, if you know when people get squeamish because of blood and they get a bit faint and whatever, it's that same feeling, but I really couldn't understand why I was like feeling that way. I was like, why? I was getting really hot and bothered, and I was like, no, I really can't stand it. I can't stand by it.
I actually had someone worse than you that I worked with. She had this so badly that she couldn't use the bathroom, because in the bathroom they'd taken like the soap dispenser off the wall and it left holes.
Yeah, little drill holes.
She couldn't go in there.
Oh,
she was literally that bad that she couldn't.
Well, even like, this isn't bad. Like you see on the microphones, it's a bit meshy. That's fine for me. Strawberries, I'm a bit funny about, but then I can't eat them anyway because I get migraines. But like pineapples, when they've got holes in, I'm a bit like, ugh, but I'll still eat it because I like pineapples. Like, I can talk myself round certain stuff, but when it takes me by surprise, then I'm a bit like, oh.
You don't like being surprised.
I don't. Whether good or bad.
It's an unnatural hole for me.
Yeah.
A natural hole I can forgive.
Well, I've actually, I've looked into this, but why do I freak out about it?
Yeah.
But it's basically ancestral, so it means danger. So obviously if you think of insects, like nest, or like a beehive, it's lots of little holes, and that means danger, and that's where it's coming. I'm scared of insects as well. I mean, not scared, but like,
no, you are bad.
Yeah, I'm bad.
She hates anything basically.
Literally, the first time I saw you cry was when there was a bug in the car, and you jumped out and you were like, oh my god, and I was like, what is happening?
Was that when we were driving to Glastonbury with
No, do you know what? It was before that, but that was horrendous. This bug freaked me out. It was like, no, it wasn't that big. It was massive.
It was a foot long, this bug.
My pregnant friend was in the car. She was like 6 months or gone. And she was like, don't worry, I got it. She like killed it and got it out of the car. I was like, oh my god.
She was so brave, honestly. She didn't care.
She didn't.
It was the weirdest creature I've ever seen.
God, it was so weird.
It can't have been. I don't know what it was.
No. I remember getting in the car from actually swimming in the lake down the road from us.
Yeah.
And I got in the car and these weird bugs were flying around. One was on my leg. And I was like, Tom, there's one on my leg, there's one on my leg. And he's like, what? I was like, there's one on my leg.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Fucking...
And he's like, get out of the car. I was like, I can't. I froze. I was like, I can't get so bad with bugs. So Tom had to get out and go around and brush it off my leg because I literally froze. I could do it. I'm a little bit better now.
You had a cave spider on your head once as well, didn't you? But I don't think Tom killed it before you even knew about it.
Yeah, Tom has to tell me after it happened. He was like, oh, by the way,
smack you in the head.
If you told me before, I would have just crumbled. Yeah. Sorry, you were going to say something.
Oh no, I was going to say this is kind of in both of those now because if you look up shipworm trees, it's not a specific type of tree. It's just a tree that's been in a lake or a body of water for a while, and you get these shipworms that get in there, and they can grow humongous, but it is disgusting. They'd like rip this tree open and just be loads of these little holes full of these worms, and
oh yeah, that is
I didn't
cringy.
enjoy that. No.
they got bacteria, and if they're small, if you get the eggs, you go inside you, then you've got all sorts of problems. Then
Oh, it's disgusting.
Worms and maggots coming out of holes is nasty.
I had to show
Maggots.
Tam's in the shipworm tree. Man.
Oh god, I'm so sorry. I honestly can't sit still today. Look at it.
He's like trying to clamber up onto Tom's lap. Hello, puppy. Hi.
Yeah, I got like nightmare.
Yeah, I'm not looking at that.
Hi. Oh my
Is he
God,
coming up?
did it
Yeah, you
again.
can see him. Hi.
It's just like, but the whole thing's like that, so you open it all the way through.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
loads
Oh
of
my
these
God,
worms.
yeah, that is- Yeah, that is gross.
And the last one I've got is called the sandbox tree, which I think most people would have seen it, but they've never heard it. It's this humongous tree, and it has these massive black spikes all up and down it, which are very sharp. It can pierce your skin quite easily. But again, this is another one which is the sap is extremely poisonous, and there's stories of people being blinded by it just going in their eye just a little bit, and it's too late. You can't really blink out. So when sap's in your eye, you're done basically.
Blinded.
Blinded by the light. Oh, also, I know. Should I carry on talking?
Yeah, sorry, I'm eating a biscuit right now.
I need to. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called now, but there's obviously everyone knows the Venus flytrap, which is pretty fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
That is my favourite.
It's just a really cool to watch, aren't they? But as a kid, they're the scariest things on planet
Yeah.
Earth. But there's a type. I'm sure it's of the same family, but it's got, instead of just like a trap with like spikes in it, it looks like a huge bucket. It's like a pelican's,
Yes,
Bill,
I know the one. Yeah.
and then just like traps over it. But this thing is carnivorous, so
oh.
if a frog or a field mouse or something small enough goes in there, it will get it. And the base of it is filled with water and what kind of solution it uses to get rid of
basically like stomach acid.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
To digest it.
there is one. Oh man, Sam, you'll have to put the name up when you're editing this. But David Attenborough, I believe, discovered this type of it, and it's found in just the most remote part of like the land upside of the mountains and stuff you can get to. But I find it mental that like a plant knows when something's inside it and it just closes.
Yeah,
I can't figure that out.
So what it is they've got tiny, tiny hairs on the inside.
Mhm.
So when something touches the hairs, it claps. So it'll wait. It's got a 3-second. I know the Venus flytrap's got a 3-second trigger. So if a fly goes inside its mouth and it's there for 3 seconds, it quickly clamps over and it can't get out. But it's these little hairs that it can feel things
But
inside
that's
of it.
not.
We need to get one actually for our kitchen.
Yeah, you should. So do we.
We do, but I just don't know how, because it always has no brain.
I know.
Doesn't it?
It's
Yeah.
crazy that it's a living thing without a brain.
Yeah.
And everything is a living thing without a brain, isn't it? Like, I think grass
No.
is a living thing.
Yeah, but grass doesn't.
Is this a living thing?
One day it was.
There is a brain in there actually. So.
It's wood. It was living at one point.
But yeah, like
Is this a living thing?
No, it's a cat.
how does it's got butterflies on it. How does the plant know? Like hair touches, it's like okay, now I've got to close. And also,
It's like a trigger.
how does it close?
Because it's got a nervous system, hasn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
tell him what? Nervous system tells your brain, or your brain tells you
Well,
nervous.
it's touching as well. Yeah, that's true, actually. Maybe it has got a brain and we just haven't
It's
discovered
mad.
it
I
yet.
always think this about plants. How do they have their own little lives? Or when you see like a tree that's there's a famous picture of a tree that's gone like over a bike, and the bike has become part of the tree and it's grown up. Like, how does it? Well, I'm just going to grow here. Fuck off.
Yeah.
This is mine now.
Yeah, I'll just take you and carry on.
Yeah, don't know.
The same as if you put like a stick in the ground and you put a plant near it, it will find its way to the stick and then like roll its way up it. Like what?
How? How?
It's crazy. Anyway, do you want to tell us about your plant?
Yeah, so I only really have one.
Yeah.
Which is the hemlock drop water plant.
Mm-hmm.
So it isn't. I guess I think it smells like parsley, maybe even tastes like parsley. It's not dangerous until you eat it. Basically, what it will do is kill you,
Nice.
but it gives, when you're dead, it gives you a death grin. So you die with a smile on your face.
Oh, no.
Sounds good.
Yeah. That's the plant I know, but I love it. That's so cool.
That's really
Imagine
cool.
dying with a smile on your face.
Freak out other
I'm
people.
not actually happy a plant got me, but still.
No.
There's an actual name for the grin. I
Plant
can't
grin?
think of the name. It's something like an after-death grin or something.
Oh,
but yeah,
that's horrible.
That is
Crazy.
such a fucking vile thing, isn't it?
I do know that foxgloves are poisonous.
Yeah.
I think only if they're injected, but they can potentially put you in a coma. I guess they can kill you in extreme cases, but they are poisonous. I mean, I have them everywhere.
What do they look like? Oh,
They're like
I'll
the
pop them
tall
up.
ones with the like bell things coming off them. They're really pretty. I love
okay.
them.
Yeah. I think we watched a YouTube video last night.
These ones.
Yeah.
I think my grandma's was.
They're pretty though.
Giant
Oh,
hogsweed
really
fucks you up
pretty.
as well.
Yeah, giant. It is giant hogweed.
Giant hogsweed. If you strim it and you get it on your skin, it reacts with the sun and it keeps reacting with the sun. So if you go out in the sun again, it'll reappear on your skin. Some of the guys I used to work with had it, and it's all like strimming. It's massive field full of it. Didn't realise what it was because it's quite similar to cow parsley and bits like that. It looks like it's just it's just a tall plant with white flowers on the end of it, little white flowers. And yeah, he come back from work and his whole neck and shoulders were just blistered up.
Oh my god!
It's quite invasive as well, so it's like a plant that will like just go crazy and spread everywhere.
Yeah.
But if you're in the UK, there is actually a poison garden. It's in Northumberland, which is like northeast, is it?
I think so.
Yeah. And they've actually got a garden that it's beautiful gardens anyway, and then within the garden they've got a poison garden, which is by tour only. And apparently they get like 3 people faint a week going around the garden because the fumes from some of the plants in there are so strong.
You'd faint. If we went and one of us fainted, it'd be you.
It would be me.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tom's more sensitive with that stuff. I'm more
It'd be
sensitive with the gory.
hilarious if Tom fainted.
No one would be able to catch him.
Hilarious.
But that
No one would
tree you're on
try.
about, no, I just will stand back.
It's like opposite of a trust fall.
You'd fall into one of the plants that like
Yeah.
gets you.
Imagine they just and anyway.
As we
Just
were.
carry on.
If you just brush him aside and we're carrying a tour.
There's you know the Australian stinging tree that you mentioned.
Sting and brush, yeah.
It's called a gimpy,
No.
and they've actually got a mini one like in there now. It's very recently been given there. I think it was like last year.
It's got to be an indigenous.
And it's within its own little casing. I'll put a little picture up, and they have to wear like full, what are they called? The hazard suits?
A hazmat.
Hazmat with gloves and everything. When they open it up to get it out, if they were to handle it, that's what they have to wear to handle it basically. But I really want to go there.
It's a really
that'd be
gothic
amazing.
looking place, isn't it?
Oh, it's beautiful. Like the gate for it is really nice, and it's got like a sign on the gate, something along the lines of like, hang on, I got it right here.
Oh my god.
These plants can kill. You'll have it on your screen if you're watching. But yeah, it's a really cool place, and I really want to go. Yeah, there's like people there. The hazmat suits, like clean them and stuff. But yeah, I really want to go there.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
But we're watching, I can't remember what the planet is now, but there's this, I think it's the BBC did this, but they went there and had a little chat about it, and they're saying how in France the prostitutes there would get this certain plant which would make the man fall asleep, so they'd put it in his drink, make him fall asleep,
Well, he'll hallucinate.
and then he would hallucinate,
yeah.
and then he'd think he'd be doing things to this woman, and would never touch her, and then she'd take his money and go. So it was like a cool trick.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a genius idea. Yeah, because they would like crush it down and put it in their drink sneakily.
Yeah.
Give it to them and be like, "Oh, have a drink," and then she'll be drinking as well. And then he'll be hallucinating, thinking he's having the time of his life, fall asleep, wake up in the morning, give his money, thinking that all this shit has gone down, and then actually she's just drugged him.
That's a win-win. He doesn't cheat on his wife. She doesn't have to deal with that shit.
I don't think he really cares about cheating, but yeah, more so for the ladies.
Yeah.
That's an easy prostitute, really, isn't it? Like, I'd be a prostitute if it was that easy. Just drug them and then thank you.
I wonder who found that out. Like, it was just this man going mad on himself. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's what I mean. How was it found out? There's so many plants in the world. How do you know to test them? Or
I don't know.
Or is it that someone dies and then you look at what they've ingested?
Now, definitely.
It's
you would be
well,
able to see,
Yeah.
It's exactly that. I know it's like a joke on Norseman when one of the slaves is like eating mushrooms and like, is that one okay?
Oh.
But that was legit. They'd make slaves go out and they'd find berries and be like, you eat that one, and then they'll wait until what happens, and then they'd die.
Oh my god.
And that's what a lot of them found out. So the same with mushrooms, because some are like,
So bad.
the poisonous looking ones are fine.
I
And there's
don't
some
like
where
mushrooms, so I'm not going to eat this.
No, I'm not going to eat
I've
them.
always wanted one of the toadstool ones, the big red ones with the white spots.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're
they're
so
so
pretty.
satisfying.
They look like they'd be sweet, though.
In Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Mm-mm.
they look amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best thing ever. But actual mushrooms are, I mean, like strawberries are like here on the disgust list, and then mushrooms are like here.
I'm so opposite. I'm like, I love both.
Ugh. Yeah,
I
you
don't
and
mind
mushroom pizza.
Oh,
That's
fungi
not
pizza.
okay.
Fungi.
I'm telling you now, that's not okay.
Do you know what my mate said? When I lived in Cornwall, he went because we went to Amsterdam and obviously smoked the devil's lettuce. But he said because they had these magic shrooms. They're not magic mushrooms. They're not like illegal. They're just called magic shrooms. But he said that they made him feel so good. Everything was like really vibrant and just better. And this is a man who's done a lot of things in his life, and it coming from him I was like, wow.
There's been a new scientific, like, basically they've looked into magic mushrooms as a cure for mental health.
Well, yeah, I suppose if they make you feel better and make you see the world better of a place, then
Better, but also in a completely different dimension.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
It's not a pastime of mine to do mushrooms. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. One other thing I will say is that I did not know that Deadly Nightshade was in the UK.
Mm.
they
I don't
have
know
got
why.
it in that poison garden, but I
didn't
didn't
think
realise it was.
Yeah, it comes from the UK. It's actually from the tomato family.
Oh well,
Yeah.
make you a nice tomato soup.
Thanks, Sally.
Yeah.
If you get that joke. Yeah, I think we do need to do an entire podcast on mushrooms because there's
Oh my god,
some
Funky fungi.
yeah, honestly, but like, some bloke, he's like a mushroom expert. He's been on Joe Rogan podcast, and there's something about portobello mushrooms that is classified.
What?
Yeah, and Joe's like, "Can I tell you?" And the bloke just like death stares at him. He's like, "No." He's like,
You should come on, Joe Rogan.
so we need to go on like a mushroom trail.
Yeah,
Because
it's probably not that hard to find out though.
no,
Maybe
but
they're just not
everywhere right now. If you notice, there's a certain point in the year in the UK where mushrooms go absolutely insane.
It's because right now it's warm, but it's also still moist.
It's still damp. It's raining and then hot.
moist.
I was just about to say, if you've been to the poison garden, let us know what you've seen and how good it is, and
Did
then
you
we'll
faint?
go. And did you faint? And
Yeah.
and what is there? And
Any horror stories about plants in general, we would love to hear. General.
Yeah,
Oh.
amazing.
Yeah.
You want to hear?
Have
Let
you
us
been
know
stung
down
or put in
below.
a coma or died from a plant?
Yeah, honestly, we would love to know because we then you get some credibility to the story, don't you?
yeah, and we'd like to have you on our show.
Yeah, come on down. Tell us for 5 minutes and
Tell
then
us
fuck off.
Portobello mushrooms, please.
Cool. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Chatty bye.
Bye.
Bye.